Alright, Minfilia. Let's start this 2.1 stuff. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Panz, it pleases me to see you well. Do excuse me for interrupting, Panz, but my lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tatru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, my lady. Ever since we defeated Gaius van Bausa and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavour to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tatru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Signs of the Seventh Dwarf, it was a whim with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans, and neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? It's a slippery slope. Our Baldesian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I do not mean to burden you so. Yet my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Alright, what have she got? She's got that dungeon quest, right? A recurring problem. That's something else, isn't it? I don't want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. No. Speak with everyone else. Thancred. Fortune begets power and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. Maybe it should know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees in Alamigo could be liberated, if only the Signs would commit their strength to their cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Panz. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Why are we taking advice from children? None can deny we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles? Neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Uldar now, and have done with it. I'm quite sure Yida would enjoy the bribes. That's some big words for a little boy. Tis a lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not wild beast tribes do labour unseen, to find and defeat, to rise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not they shall return stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortune so finite. What have you got on offer here? I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? Okay, note to self, get gifts for Yida. Y'shtola. Recall our meeting with Admiral, shortly after the Laminsons sent word of the summoning of Titan. Mayhap you also recall the words to our host. I said unto Merweb that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded, that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke in short the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Laminsons to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. Yeah, you can't... Well, the other thing is, though... I was about to say, you can't tell your friends to go themselves when they do something bad, but you kind of can. That's why you have that good relationship. So if we got a good relationship with people, we could tell them that they're idiots. In a friendly way. Probably not. What about you, Alphanod? This situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought on our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Panz. Alphanode, Panz, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it. Minfilia, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Uldar. We must do what? So long as we remain within Uldan territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We're far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an Aetheryte? They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favours will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Uldar is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? To the skies. Experience has taught us that appearance of neutrality is important as reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. What, in Curtis? Mordona. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am of course conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Uldar and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Uldar is our home, Alphanode. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. Also, I'm a member of the Flames. Doesn't that give us some less neutrality thing? Decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 with that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrade-in-arms. I'm a member of the Flames as an adventurer, not as a scion. Yeah. That's still a conflict of interest, though, then. Because I'm still only one person. As much as a family as... That will be all, Alphanode. I'm sure you have familiar affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I've left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. Could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Oh, I get a ring. Strength, vitality, tenacity, and direct hit. Good. Actually want to see what some stuff does. Alright, let's just take it. I'd like to compare it to the rings I have. Game says no. Ooh, yeah, I have been getting some poetics. Moving on. Once again, Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Leave Uldar? Has it truly come to this? Yes. Oh, Panz, pray attend to Alphanode. He's engaged in some business or other that requires your assistance. Pray be on your way, Alphanode waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and telling me she'll have my answer in due time. Confound it, she knows what must be done and she still hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumours. I should explain. Infilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Philamen was her name, though you may know her better as Songstress of Uldar. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Garlean minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamen's absence stretched from months into years, she saw there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumours have once again begun to circulate that Flamen is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Elude, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for Lenosha at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegarugu the veracity of these rumours. Speak with Dude in Costa del Sol. Oh, dude. Good. Sweet siren of the sands, my Makoti muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane! I mean Panz, what brings you to my humble resort? Flamen! You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Uldar? Ye gads, man. If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Dude, you're like 6 years old. Don't talk like that. Be more respectful. Oh, for shame to think she now plies her trade for the riff-raff off the west or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say. A tragedy. West it is. Thank you, Master Gegarugu. Thank you for your information. You serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I'd be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. The Wineport. He's super rich. Have I seen how many cat girls he hired? Yeah. Stupid super rich 6-year-olds. Getting more tail than... Wait, never mind. Hey Bergeland, how you doing? Well, if it isn't Panz, the saviour of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold. To give the women her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. She is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from the mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Yeah. Where's dude? Hey, Zergos, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck. I don't know if I've seen the coat lass by the name of Flamen. I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Speak with Shamini Lamani. I see you've had my many grand adventures since we last spoke, Panz. You must share them with me sometimes. A girl from a little while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much as we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully and head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Search for Flamen. Oh. What? Quarry Gibu. Hello, Flamen. I mean your debt, stranger. Did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I... Flamen, I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The fact that I, did all the boss killings in the previous storyline doesn't impress you? The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You're a very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you're dead. I can only conclude this was by design. The question is why? Everyone who endeavours to find me does so with best intentions, child. Look, when even the in-game characters are calling the smaller characters children, and he's not even, he's twice the size of a Lalafell, it's only fair that the rest of us call the lollies children. See? You'll be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know, but tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lanosha aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I travelled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that, which we came for, we might continue this conversation in a safer locale. Wine port say? He's not a child. Tartaru definitely is. And possibly Papaluna. And the Sultana. Depends on their lifespan too. No. It ultimately depends on when in their race they deem to be a child or not a child anymore. Which may or may not be affected by lifespan. This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. How's the population on Exodus? All the realms get full at some stage during the day at the moment. As in full and cannot queue up cannot log in if you're free to play. So get in early and don't get disconnected. Did I get a new... Oh, you're on Famfrit? Yeah. That's not how it works, Urgos. Only if they try to join the adults in the conversation. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish finishing the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me and it'll be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Oh, let's return to the Waking Sands. Oh, I didn't even have to use the fast travel envelope. This is great. Hey, baby. Antecedent, you have a guest. Alarman. Celia? Those earrings. I haven't seen her like this in years, Panz. Do you even remember when you were that little? I think there you go. Only when they join in the conversation. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could. Lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause, I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Eorzea. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. It's Elsetia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget you wore it all the time? If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I don't think it was made anymore. It must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Panz, however. I could not have made it without him. Thank you, Panz. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was a child, he brought me here to Uldar. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Laman who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, but I fear I've failed to grasp their implications. It's clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. Yeah, they do, Cybershot. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Laman as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there I'm at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Eorzea, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at the many things you've done, I cannot help think of which you have yet to do, and what it may entail. Eorzea, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Uldar. Laman. You've built it once, Eorzea. You can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly? Alphinaud, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldesian to preparations begin at once. New necklace. the second necklace we've got in the entire game. And Philly would share with you the latest news on the Scion's imminent relocation. It's all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll. There is much to be done and in so little time. Do we get a box packing and moving minigame? Our first step will be to secure cooperation of the Adventurers Guild and representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less more heavily fortified successor. However, with the construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support. Sympathetic to our cause though they may be, whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Really, Alphinaud? If I need concern myself with anything, it surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. I am here, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissaries of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honour, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphinaud, we thought it best begin talks the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the science of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honoured to welcome your organisation. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. So, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Panz, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance? You may. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Slav spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then to use it to infiltrate Garlean Castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You should always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favour us with your presence again ere long. Okay, cool. I fear once we move to Revenant's Toll, I might not ever want to return to Waking Sands. Well. It would seem your reputation precedes you, Panz. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste as first intended. But before that, I dare say you've earned yourself a rest. After all, you have travelled so far, and there is already so much for you have done for us. And for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Ah, Panz, you able to get some rest? No. I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphinaud has just returned and had seen there is something he would share with us. Oh, you're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material supporting in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defence and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I'd come to look forward to Tartaru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From waking sands to rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Rolban included. Moreover, I've decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is merely a formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Yeah, it's true. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the science of the Seventh Dawn stand for. While obvious risks apart, it'd be nice to receive a little more recognition. Level 20 mounts? Yeah, I think that's sounds about right. I only really seem to notice it in a couple levels leading up to it. The rest of the time it was not a problem at all. Because you have fast travel. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I'd reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so, would show them the power is accountable to no one, and to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire to you. You, my fellow scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenges which lie ahead. They will be great indeed. Great. I say yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them as we have time again, united as one. Hurrah! There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flam to teach me the basics of mining too. Speak with Menfilia. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphanode, I mean? It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly a sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slaffborn. They concern our forthcoming move. You'll take care on the road and represent us well, Panz. I will take care on the road. Road taken care of. I was told to expect a scion. Didn't expect to be you. It's been far too long, Panz. You have something for me, yes? Yeah, you go, bro. Grab beer after lunch? Yeah, let's see. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Though we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you work of a dozen men. I jest. Ah, that's alright, man. I can take it. We get another necklace already? I'm not going to use that. Give me monies. It's possibly a primal. Blackbourne would show you around the Scion's soon-to-be home in Revenant's Toll. Buffalo calf. Oh, we get another minion. To do the work of a dozen men. I see. I jest. Even if I appreciate that important men such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. Since you're here, mayhap been keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See the impressive structure over there? That's the place. Seems right. Originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern, where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be had about the realm. May get a bit raucous at times, but imagine it'll be as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me. I'll show you around. Our house has a tavern in it. Is that you, Panz? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I've got most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania. It would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite alright, friend? I've got to go. Okay. Can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear that this time for a leisurely tour. But no worries. Rest assured that I'll see to all your necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to more pressing matters. Possibly a primal, hey? What? Hey, Tartary. Messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be the exile of summoned Garuda again? Or may perhaps Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything to do. Okay. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Panz. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianga says, the readings bear strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Moggul's guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Hulua. Commander H. He awaiteth thee at Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, Panz. Ida and Papalima will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Speak with the dude at the dude's place. Pleasure to see you as always, Panz. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... We're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Allow me I think that's the one I want, right? Impending. Direct hit and tenacity. Crit speed skill. Determination and crit. Oh, I'll do. We get a buffalo calf. Yeah. Is it a mount? Oh, I've got to use it first. Okay. Level 70 weapons. What is my weapons? At a level 55? Oh, nice. Okay. What's our new shield look like? Oh, it's a door. Hail to the king, Kupo. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Cop visited the Outer Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire 12s if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from Kuplo himself. He awaits you within the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. All right. The other signs have already arrived, so may I show you in? Yeah. I'm really liking this sword, though. Please, you have to stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad, Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle and firm thrashing is in order, yes but no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Cop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. What devastation looks like, right? Most grateful that I am that you have come, Panz, and upon such short notice, truly Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. Oh, Panz the stalwart. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Cop has brought us news of the most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Moogle Mog 12 has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know truth to tell. Myself, I cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So good King Moggle Mog 12, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Moggle Mog 12, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Moogles came into this land, Kupo. All except good King Moggle Mog 12. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens, so that Moogle kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens. I don't understand that being the reason for you contacting us, yes? I bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem is with him returning to Eorzea? The problem lies in the fact that he was summoned. It's our belief good King Moggle Mog 12 is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by beast tribes in summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Moogles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not be itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought into the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by heroics of a frozen few. A frozen few. Chosen few. Wow. A frozen few. It's a new one. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely a calm before the storm. I think the Moggles Guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. The fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come with what may. I assure you the Moggles Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. But ever since the return of good King Moggle Mog 12, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they started to get a little carried away, Kupo, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Moogles in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Moogle kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Panz, confront good Moogle, King Moggle Mog 12 and drive him from our midst. Humbly I do thank you. The sanctuary of Moggle's Garden, their liege lord, is concealed by magical wards. Brother Isumi Yan of the Conjurer's Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Your good brother Isumi Yan. Oh, wait. Conjurer's Guild. Welcome, Panz. Welcome. That you should be one face good King Moggle Mog 12 is a great comfort, to me and to the elements both. As I'm sure you know, the Moogles are not by their nature a warlike race, yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly. Before any lasting damage is done, make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. Aiming? Oh, he's already had a bracelet. I should take the gold. Oh well. You have selected Regicide. What do you see me? Yeah. Yep. No. The wards barring access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. It was the great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By grace of the elements, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplo Kop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moggles Guard themselves. Yet wishing not betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the King's Sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so. I dare not labour any longer, for I fear the Moogles might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplo Kop's keystones, Panz. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at the Wet Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Centaur's Eye. Okay. So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Sweet Bloom Pier, please, my man. Happy to be heading across Lake to Sweet Bloom Pier in the East Shroud. Yep, that's good. That's where I want to go. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice and this is how you pay us, by consorting with this Hayur. Imperials, Gridanian Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to this King's Moogle, he plots treason against the crown. Enough, Kuplo Kop. Will answer for his crime soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Moggle 12. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. The king is planning to purge the 12s of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. Speak with Kuplo Kop. The entrance to Thorn March is deep within the bramble patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Moggles Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. Oh, we've got an escort quest? Escort Kuplo Kop safely to the warded entrance. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, he'll return to Sweet Bloom Pier where you may rendezvous with him before trying again. Man, we went through the entire base game without an escort quest. I jinxed myself. I'm pretty sure had I not said it, it wouldn't cease to exist. Schrodinger's escort quest, is that what that was? Oh, we have to go through there or around there. Okay, well. Come on, Kuplo. Don't you stand in that, idiot. Wait for his health. Oh, come on. Oh. Unflow. Good play. Good play. Where do these seedlings come from? How'd you die, Kuplo? Oh man, that would have sucked. I'm sitting here like making sure there's clearance and everything. Somehow extra enemies were there. I don't know. I'm gonna say the other dude pulled them. Why not blame the other dude? We're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? You ready to face King, Kupo? And step closer to the ward. Raise your hands and focus, like when you attune to the Netherite. Kupo, I'll open the way for you. Tune yourself to the plant. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Duty Finder, updated with a regular daily. What was that? Use the Duty Finder to confront Good King Moggle Mog in Thornmarch Hard. Oh. Okay. Right. Thorn March. I've got 2 selected. Oh, I don't want the other one. There we go. Yeah, I figured I'll change it as soon as I get in. These guys look like the big stuffed toys you'd win at a carnival for knocking, like, whether it's knocking over all the milk bottles or shooting the, like, throwing the ring over the bottles or shooting the basket, getting a basket in the tiny hoop at the back. All my lines have combos. Cool. It's kind of weird that it keeps the combo for the next enemy too, though. I like it, but it just seems weird. You know? It's no longer really a combo, it's just like preparing them. Bling. That game's definitely letting us know it's Final Fantasy, hey. I want to do that one. I'm good. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Khan, doing good, man. How are you? Been a wild ride. How's the new job? Seems to be severely diminishing your Twitch time. I don't know if I can approve this. No, you haven't even started yet. What's been diminishing your Twitch time? I've been doing contract work. Fair enough. No one should ever be able to question your work ethic. And if they do, you tell them Panz said that they're wrong. And then your computer got dizzy. Oh, did you figure out what's causing it? Did you try to upgrade to Windows 11? 12, 13, something like that? Interesting. Okay, we got it. Thanks, Arrow. You still have PTSD from that installing Windows 11 attempt? Yeah. That was fun. The healer did a bang up job keeping my butt alive in that second attempt. A Mogpon coffer. Did I get it? You did it, Kupo, you did it! Good King Mogulmog 12, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. Yeah, coffers are cool. I started to think what you might have happened had you not stopped the Moggul's guard when you did. Thank you, Panz. Perhaps now they'll come into their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go tell Puknipak the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Rhea at Camp Tranquil. They can relay the news to the chieftain. Report to Puknipak at Camp Tranquil. A morbid mogblade. Oh, nice. All right. So you got all your computers sorted now, though, Hakan? Tentatively believe so. Do I dare believe my eyes? Good King Mogulmog 12, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen. All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. And I sense Rhea wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you speak with the fear of interruption. Bum, bum, bum. Your bravery and service to the Twelveswood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, Panz. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of his great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of today's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Yes. Hasn't given any issues for about 6 hours. Well, that's a plus. I think it was Conjurer's Guild. Yep, show me in. Go speak to Sani Kenna. Kani Senna? Kani Senna. Panz, you are returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus I have 2 reasons to be glad. He wants us. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you'd be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Blah, 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 blah. Then it was as we feared. King really is a primal? But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like a primal I've heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with definition. The fact remains that through a combination of power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Ascians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Upopo. They said it was a masked man who taught them how years ago, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it, how many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear, so long as there are paragons to stir embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation, a sombre thought but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Panz. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Silence shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew you could count on you, my lady. While Yida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, mayhap you could return to Waking Sands and appraise the Antisan of all that has transpired. Return to Waking Sands? Yeah. But should we return to Waking Sands? Maybe all of us should return to Waking Sands. Have I become a true master in your absence? No. There is a unique... issue, I guess, with combat gameplay that I'm yet to master. I think maybe if I stick a fork in my ear deep enough, I might be able to like truly get a grip on it. It's good to see you hale and healthy, Panz. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you felled Good King Mogul Mog 12, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it is they said, someone with the same methods used by beast tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Panz. Nice. I'm thoroughly enjoying it though. The story is amazing. I mean, it's Final Fantasy. And the combat's good and the dungeons are fun. Except these 2 that you had to do for the story where you really didn't get to do it, but you got to watch the cutscenes. So that was kind of cool. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. The Fictional quest is a useful quest to do. Oh, there you go. One of my alternate job classes, will get onto that at some point. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Panz. Well, yeah, We wouldn't want you to come under attack right now, would we, Minfidel? Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given under the care of Urianga. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianga shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianga, would you inquire if many tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I've forgotten something. Something important. Hey, dude. Thou art ever welcome, Panz, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by my concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay, Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find their banner of his ancestor faded by eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance. While they lurk in the shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Okay. So, be not offended, Panz. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is Echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... Ah! Oh, she's screaming. Whence came that cry? The Solar? 12 forfend. The antecedent. The formality of making the bow first and then running off to see if she's okay. Panz, you must. What? Tell me, Louisoix, would you have done the same? Louisoix Lavelleur was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. An Ashen here? How? Probably the same as the first time they came. How readily you see you are indeed gifted antecedent. But you're not like the others. Your robes. Yeah, white robes. Gifted but ignorant, yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who... You speak of La Habrea. La Habrea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You... what are... We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? She can't see it. I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. We just told them where we're going to be. Although if we're not keeping our whereabouts a secret in the future, it wouldn't matter anyway. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift of knowledge, both. To her we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colours perception. Thus did she perceive naught. So it is with all but a chosen few, even you when young could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Oh. Well, she did say she was leaving in peace. Kinda your fault there, Minfilia. Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor? I wonder. Take it there is no need to explain? Yeah, you were silly. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. You need to lie down. I could fetch you my flask of special tonic. Yeah, actually, go get the special tonic. We might, yeah. Urianga, send word to the students of Baldesian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ashen robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ashen, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? Yes. I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ashens are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Panz. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend me, Tartaru. Search for the white-robed Ashen. Unless the portaling was just a... that they just employed then was to get outside. Oh. Right in front of me. I am told you are the Warrior of Light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Oh, I'll be walking. I shall not perish. And if I shall rise and try again. Die, brutish imp. Nope, not joining fate. You must talk to me. That looks cool. I wonder if that dude sees the things I'm fighting. What the crap is that? Come on, voice acting. Remarkable, truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? And you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favours you still, and as much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Hi. I'm just going to call him E. E-Bus. Bus. Okay. He shall be known as Bus. Impelia. Thank the gods you've returned, Panz. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon? He was waiting for you. What did you do? What did he say? So shall it begin again. And when does he speak? What exactly? The words of this bus portend much but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Hebrea. I'd hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Bubbling blood of void scent. Some unknown reason the humours will not coagulate. Yes. Build on the stone. Infilia has a final favour to ask of you. Let us set aside the matter of this ashen until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favour I would ask of you before I depart. Well, of course, but at least buy me dinner and maybe some wine first. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamean Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believe to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Irianga will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Hopefully we don't hear another scream. Have book. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? Well, I'm going last, and with Y'shtola still here, and Thancred and Papalimo and everyone else, there's no reason I would go. You're supposed to be the smart guy. Father's final bequest. Daughter's lifelong labour. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon mine honour, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Panz, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Irianga, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetheryte and Revenant's Toll. After all, it's right on our doorstep. I should probably set that one as home. Although, sometimes you use it so often you can't even... Maybe I should just set it as a favourite. Register free? Huh. How many free destinations do you get? Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to set this one as a free one, but I'll put it favoured for now. Oh, Horizon can be overwritten. One if you use the token to log in. 0 otherwise. Ah, okay. Hello, Tartaru. Oh, Panz, you're here. Good, good. We're all wondering when you'd show up. So I was telling your restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, it is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. Cannot help but wonder if we were truly safe here. Ah, that man. Can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumour has it he came to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. Seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southeast of here. The tales are to be believed it's a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception. If my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Panz, I do believe it's time for you to officially announce your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent others will surely be overjoyed to see you. The Crystal Tower quest series is now available from the Outlandish Man. In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you're granted respite from your duties as a scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Rising Stone's entrance. Crystal Tower is a 24-man raid. Ah. It's mandatory at some point, although I'm not sure exactly. They stop you from progressing story. Fair enough. Is it in the duty finder? When you unlock it, it's okay. Well, it certainly is spacious. So roll damage, wait forever, don't stand in the stuff, win, go home. Means I'd have to level a damage class. Today marks a new beginning for Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but to serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavour to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea. A moment of your time, Panz. I would like to speak of Bus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady. The matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact students of Baldision hath been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. We're sorry. The Perlink you're trying is... No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift, or the knowledge, both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldision, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Bus. It is possible that the others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlikely to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Asian, perhaps? Or Ochre? Or Puce? Puce? What's Puce? Oh, that's Puce. Which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we found a way to rid ourselves of the Ashen menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point I have no doubt that Bus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. Their forces at work we do not understand, Panz. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the Paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you'll be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything else arise, you will be informed. I mean, as it turns out, my private affairs are with her blessing anyway, so... Kral, where are you? Ooh. Nabrialis, your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the seventh ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labour not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. Quest complete. A realm awoken. I think, yep, that's 2.2.